I've just come to a rather concerning realization, and I would hope someone maybe in the comments would have some insight and guidance. Some fellow super intellectuals would know what exactly to do in this situation, or if you relate to this, or if I'm getting something wrong. I think I've had the meaning of the word empathy wrong. I think I've not known exactly what that means. So let me explain. So I used to think that, and this was only as of, less than 24 hours ago. I thought that if you empathized with someone, that meant that if there was something good happening to them, you also wanted that good thing to happen to you. And if they had something bad happen to them, you didn't want the bad thing to happen to you. And then, I thought it meant that if someone is liking something, you would also like that. You also want that thing, essentially. If they're in a good circumstance, that you would want it, and if you're in a bad circumstance, you would not want it. That's what I thought it meant. I thought it meant like these sorts of things. And I'm realizing that empathy is really, it's an ability to look at the position someone is in, and to innately feel um good or bad on behalf of them without the thing happening to yourself. So if someone finds 10 grand lying around on the side of the street, and you see them, you see this good thing happen to them, it's you don't think, oh, I would feel so happy if that happened to me. That's not empathy. Apparently that's what I thought it was. No, apparently. So empathy is you're just like, wow, I feel good for them. I think that's what it means. I'm still a little confused. So an example of empathy, I always thought I was, so people would tell you or ask me if I'm an empathetic person, and they would show me, you could see something bad happen to someone, and they ask you, do you empathize with them? And I thought, yes, if that happened to me, I would be really upset. I would be like, if I also got, if I also, fell off my bike, or if I also, got broken up with, or, something, the bad, whatever the thing is, if that happened to me, I would feel bad. That's what I thought it meant. But I'm realizing now, because people, they kind of argued with me about this, and I didn't really accept them, but I've kind of realized, I think I'm not sure. I think it's empathy. I think it is still, I'm still an empathetic person. No, well, I think what they're saying empathy is doesn't. No, I think I am an empathetic person. I think what they're saying doesn't make any sense. They're saying if something, they're saying even if it has no impact on what happens to you, even if them breaking their leg, it doesn't hurt you in any, if you're not, even if it has no bearing whatsoever on your quality of life, or what you're gonna have to experience, then you should still feel bad about it. And I just don't think that makes any sense. So I'll give an example. If there are so many bad things happening in the world every single day. There are people being slaughtered, and factory farming, and like war, and like famine, and like people starving, and whatever. That's famine. uh, so anyways, like there's all these bad things, like people working in like you know in like sweatshops or whatever, and like homeless people or whatever, like all these sorts of bad things are happening. And if you had empathy, what these people are saying empathy is, then you should always feel bad. And obviously that doesn't make any sense. So either no one has empathy because all these bad things are happening and the world is so evil, or this sort of thing we're saying, or this sort of thing we're saying is empathy, is not empathy. Or it's good to not have empathy, because otherwise you would always be sad, and obviously you don't want to just always be sad. So yeah, anyways, I was wondering if someone could clear this up, exactly why people are making this mistake, or if we want to just kind of take one of my three options um, of doing away with empathy in general, because it is kind of just it's a concept that doesn't make any sense. I'm still struggling to see why someone would feel bad for something that does not impact them at all. It's completely irrational. It is irrational. There is no stimulus to you. There is no motivation for you to feel bad or feel good. If something good happens to someone else and I don't benefit from it, why would I feel good? Why would I feel? How do I even know the person is is a a good person, quote unquote. So yeah, that's what yeah, so I think that's gonna be it. Yeah, okay. So I think that's it. Bye bye.